Sorry, the video got cut off. So I was in the process of taking this top crop card out. So what I'm doing here is I'm going through and some of these cards have been sitting in these top loaders like this for a long time. They've never been taken out, they've never been messed with. And like in this case, you've got this Hakeem Olajuwon and Shaquille O'Neal. So most of these cards here you're gonna see are all gonna be Shaq cards. What I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm going through my process of showing cards, how I go through my process of kind of re-protecting the cards that I have in my collection. So usually on these, the front cards that I want to be on front, I'll put in the back so the fold always goes down in the back. But this is one of those dual cards. So you've got Hakeem Olajuwon on one end, top, and then you've got Shaquille O'Neal on the other. All right. Now, these are some of the cards, just as a quick recap, these are some of the cards that I've gone through. The Postman, this is a refractor. Shaquille O'Neal. Obviously, we got our top crop. We got a Shaquille O'Neal atomic refractor here. I know you can't hardly see it on this because of the lighting, but it's our atomic refractor. And then I got Shaquille O'Neal Hobby Masters. I'm gonna move this to where we got more light going on there. There we go. Maybe if I get them in the sunlight, you can see them a little bit better. But yeah. All right, anyways, back on to the next card. So this is one of those cards where it's kind of got like the hole punched through. It's like a die cut. Okay, it's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's called the Best Cuts. And it's from Bowman's Best. It's an old school Shaq card. It's from 1998, roughly. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna put that in. Now, sometimes I have a hard time with these not wanting to come out, so this one's pretty good and stuck in there. All right, this is gonna be fun. I always try to squeeze it out as much as I can, get my finger in there or something like that. Can't quite get this one to budge. Really don't want to mess this card up. It's a solid card. All right, there we go. Whew. All right, so again, one of the things I'm gonna do, this one doesn't seem to be too stuck, so I'm gonna pull that out. That up. Check that out. Slick. All right. Take one of my Beckett sleeves. Boom. All right. Top loader. And a team bag. Put this in the front. I always put the sticky side in the back. It's not covering up the goodness. But that's how I like to preserve my cards a lot. I'll do all that, I put them in there. Now, I've got another treat. Check this out. This is a Tower of Power. Tower of Power. And this is from Fleer. It's 1996-97. So it's a nice little Tower of Power card. Same thing. Trying to determine how stuck this thing is in here because, all right, I got it out real easy that time. Okay. Now, so that one wasn't too bad. All right. Sometimes you get these things and a lot of times they won't stick because they haven't been taken out of one of these team bags in forever, or the penny sleeves. So over time, and so, but yeah, this Tower of Power is sick. Look at those corners. It's a nice solid card. Go ahead and put this in my top loader. Use a team bag, as usual. This is me just going through some of my old collection, trying to figure out what I can do, what I got here. I kind of selected these cards for this video just to kind of give you an idea. Some really cool Shaq cards. Now this is a Postman. I want to show this to you because I had another one. See, this is a refractor. That's a refractor Postman, and this one's a shimmer. This one's got like a shimmer on it. It's hard to see, but if you can look at it, it's got a shimmer on there. Obviously, this is a nicer one. But yeah, all these cards haven't seen the light of day in probably, I don't know, 30 years, 20 years, something like that, most of them. So go ahead and put that in. You can see that a little bit better now. Look at that, that's sick. Put that in there. Postman, all right. Okay, team bag. All right, check that out. Check that bad boy out. All right. Now, guess what this is? Ooh, you guys know what this is. All these old Shaq card collectors, they know what this is. Meltdown. Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal Meltdown. It's from Skybox back in the day. It's gonna come out real easy. That's a plus. I always cringe whenever the cards are kind of sticky to the plastic. But that's also why I like these Beckett sleeves. They're real slick. I know some people don't like slick sleeves, but trust me, when it comes to this kind of stuff, You don't want any kind of resistance. So yeah, you got that. Meltdown card's sick. Go ahead and put that in top loader. Now typically, if I was to sell a card like this or something along those lines, this is exactly how I would go about prepping my card for shipping also. So I would always do something like this. I don't like shipping in one touches because they can shift during transit. I've had a couple cards where I've ordered personally that somebody had put in a one touch, and even though they had a sticker on one end or the other, it still got loose or got jarred or something. Now this is rare. This is really rare. So this is a pre-print proof of the Shaquille O'Neal stickers from back in the day. Now, 93, 94. And if you look at the corners, the centering, everything on this card, on this sticker is just amazing, okay? Now, but my thing is, it's like the price that Panini charges to get these cards graded and done up is pretty excessive. It's like I'm priced out of getting these cards graded to some extent. Oh shit, there's two of them in there? I got two of them. Wow. Wow, I got two of them. Right, I'm definitely gonna put these in sleeves. Yeah, they've got a little bit of dust on them. Nothing significant. And these one, and all four of them. Ooh, is it gonna fit? Is it gonna fit? Oh no, it's not gonna fit in this sleeve. I'm gonna have to go get a bigger sleeve. Be right back, guys. I wasn't planning on that. So, thick card sleeves for thick cards, Ultra Pro. Ever so gently, I don't like really, I hate touching these cards. I really hate it. But that fit in perfect, okay? Question is it gonna fit in the top loader perfect? It looked like it would. These are going to be complicated. All right, again, but it's like a snug fit, so I'm just going to tap it down in there. Actually, it's wanting to come back out. No, cringe. I know you guys are cringing right now. They're like, why would you do that to this perfect card? Trying to give it the magical tap down. Give it the magical tap down. All right, I think that's as close as I'm gonna get it. All right. Team bag it is. Go ahead and grab me a team bag real quick. Put that in there. All right, that's one. I imagine if I sent these off, they'd probably come back as 10s. And just have to make sure I dust them off, or at least a 9. 9 or a 10. I don't know that. This has got creases in it. Oh, you see that crease in there? I don't know if you can see it. There's a crease right there. About right in there. There's a crease in the sticker. That's sad. Still a cool sticker. All right. Grab me another big. Oh yeah, I gotta use a thick one. Use a thick boy. All right. Gonna do that. Try to squeeze this in here. It's gonna be a tight squeeze, my friends. If I can't get that in there and that in. It's like just barely got it in there. This is like cringeworthy. You know what? Screw this. I'm not gonna put that in the top footer. You're right. Put it something else. Poor card. Poor sticker, I mean. All right. This is, I think, is going to be as safe as it's going to get. Realistically speaking. I'm going to put it in the card saver. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the better bet for this. Just gonna put that in the card saver. These are real hard to get in here. I mean, yeah. So this one doesn't have a crease in it. But yeah. But these are stickers. All right, I'm gonna put this off to the side, put that up there, boom, boom. Another cool card. Shaquille O'Neal. Now you can see this card, this top loader's been around for a minute, right? It's been sitting in storage. So I'm gonna turn around and take this out. There's a small chance that this thing is gonna be stuck on there. Nope, you got lucky. All right. These die cuts are crazy. Ready to put this in a, it's got specs on it, I'm not gonna use it. You gotta be careful with all these extra little corners and stuff on here. You don't want to break those, ding those up or anything like that. In all actuality, this thing is actually pretty nice when it comes to the corners. It's not got anything that's bad or anything like that. So boom, little makeover. Nice card. I feel like the sun is kicking this thing's ass. My camera does not like it. But Shaquille O'Neal. We're gonna turn around away from the sun. Away from the sun. There we go. We can see a lot better now. So that's the back. Shaquille O'Neal Western Center PPG. This is from 1999, I think. Yeah, 1999. This is Top Stadium Club. Yeah, pretty cool card. Anytime I see like a die cut or anything like that, a Shaq, I'm all over it. So, but yeah. There you go. There's that. All right. Another cool card I'm gonna go over is the 911, my friend. My dad actually went through these are kind of hard to come by. You don't see these very often. All right. So you do see them out in the wild, so that's gonna be sticky. I have a feeling this one's gonna be a little sticky. I don't know, we'll see. But Shaquille O'Neal, 911. And what it is there's a card inside of this. Okay, and so you got one back here. Obviously there's a little bit of damage. That corner down there, you can see that. It's kind of a travesty, but it is what it is. Rub it down, make sure that's not trapped. Now I think it might be this side that, yep, there was a little grab. So I'm gonna pull down, make sure, okay. So in this case, oh wow, this really doesn't want to come out. Is it stuck somewhere else? I feel like it's stuck somewhere else on here. This thing does not want to come out. It's got to be the back side. All right, in order to get this off, I'm going to do something else. This is some of the problems you come across when you got cards that are old and they've been sitting in storage. Sometimes you get them in different things. I'm just gonna cut this straight up. I'm just gonna cut the wrap. I got a really sharp blade here. You guys are like, no, don't do it. But it's sharp enough to where it shouldn't affect me pulling that out as much. Look at that. It did not want to come out of there at all. Man, you get brittle things. Oh, and if you can come down here, I know you guys can't feel it, but there's like a line of glue that's down here that they use to seal this up, and that's what was grabbing the top loader or the penny sleeve. So next time you guys come across one of these and you see it in the wild, be aware of the line of glue down there, all right? In fact, I'm just gonna use Wow. That is tough. It is real tough. You look in there and see there's like a, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there's like a little line there on that penny sleeve. It's a brand new penny sleeve, so there's not a line there normally. That's where all that glue is. That's what I'm talking about. So let me try this again. Try the far side. Try not to let it make too much contact. This card is very difficult. I'm gonna have to use a thicker sleeve on this one, because this really should have been in the thicker sleeve to begin with, because it's kind of a thick card. I'm gonna put it in this. Here. There we go. We got our Shaq 911. I'm not even going to bother trying to take that card out of there because there's a card on the inside of this. I'm not going to bother taking it out. I mean, if that's stuck like that, I can only imagine what the card on the inside is going to be like. So. All right, now we got a Shaquille O'Neal, and this is going to be one of those atomic refractors. You can't really tell, it's been sitting in here for a long time. This one in particular is from $1997. So you got a Bowman's Best. It is an atomic refractor. And I'm going to tell you, just by looking at it, this is a good example. You see how that's all sticky, bubbly in there? A lot of these Bowmans are going to be like this. You got to be really careful. You come in, pull up on one end, and then work your way down little air bubbles so you don't get that stuck on there. And then they should come right out. Now that atomic refractor is actually pretty nice. Trying to see if I can't get it in the sunlight enough to where you guys can actually see the refractory on that. So you can see it a little bit there, but it's an atomic refractor. So, nice little Shaquille O'Neal. All right, go ahead and take this, put this in here. Again, these are it's kind of like a little treat that I'm going through. I'm showing this off because at the end of the video, if you wouldn't mind, don't be afraid to leave a comment and let me know what you think. Which one of these Shaq cards is your favorite card? If you're a Shaq collector and you're interested in these kind of things. Now, I'm not going to put any of these up for sale. These are my PC cards. I won't sell these. I enjoy them. In this case, I've got two finisher cards. One's like a matte, it's like a generic base refractor, and then this is the actual refractor of the finishers. And so you got a refractor and then you got a base. And this is kind of like an embossed card, so it's actually pretty cool regardless, but the refractor is just a little bit cooler. So I know you guys are like, man, this dude keeps dropping fire. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm dropping fire, all right. How? Same thing. Go ahead and put this in. cat. Boom. Nice little finishers. Nice clean penny sleeve. Nice clean brand new top loader. All these are getting refurbished in a way. Obviously, I don't really do anything as far as cleaning the cards. The most I'll ever do with a card is take a microfiber cloth to it or something like that, something like this. Just a nice little microfiber cloth. And then I'll wipe them down, get off any kind of dust or anything like that. I try to do that with the more valuable cards before I post them for sale, or a lot of times that's the thing. We'll go with that. All right, some nice little finishers up. And other finishers. Now, I'm going to tell you the back is stuck on this. I can tell just by looking at it. If you look at the back, you can see all the bubbles back there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work those bubbles out. I'm going to do it like this. I'm just going to raise up, get it down as far as I can, and then I'm going to use the bottom of my hands. I'm going to pull those pops. I can hear those pops in there. Get that out of there. You should be able to pull this card out with very little resistance. All right. Boom. All right, finishers. I got my finishers up. All right. Now, all these cards are pretty solid, or the vast majority of them are pretty solid, because if you look at the corners on this, that's that is a nice finisher's card. You know, the refractor, same way. You know, these cards were taken care of when we got them. So, same thing with a lot of older vinyl or vintage like top loaders. You'll see that they get discolored, or the sun will fade them if they're in direct sunlight. You got to be really mindful of things like that. All right. Now what we got here is a beam team. I think you guys know what members only beam team. Stadium Club tops. You guys know what that is. It's a die cut at the same time. There you go. This is from 1995. Hey man, this might be I think this is a rookie. Oh no, 92, 94, was it 4? 95. Maybe a second year rookie or something. Yeah, 94, 95. It'd probably be his. I know you guys are probably going to yell at me and correct me on this, but it is what it is. I am not perfect, my friends. I will never be perfect enough for you. All right, same thing. Take this out. It's a nice clean penny sleeve. Something that's not gonna grab and stick as much. Put that in the top loader. Something cool. You get to see a nice little beam team. Look at the corners. Look at the corners on that. The corners on that. Edges. Look at that. Look at that. That back. Another thing on this one is like when they cut these cards, if you look up here at the top edge, that is terrible looking. But you know what? I don't care. This is an awesome card. Alright. Quality control on these cards back then was not what it is today. I'll just put it to you that way. So, you know, to find one of these cards in a 10 or even close to a 10 or a 9 or something, you know. Here's a real treat, guys. Here's a real treat right here. See this? This is a real beam team right there. Real beam team. So yeah, beam team, Shaquille O'Neal, Stop Stadium Club. And this is even in one of those old holders too at that. I can tell there's a plastic, the thing in there is stuck to this thing as well. So, but this is a slick, hard card to find. Trust me, I know. These don't come out, they don't fall off trees. Not anymore anyways. I gotta be real careful about taking this thing out. In fact, I almost just want to leave it in there. It's been in there since it was pulled. I'm real timid about these things because they are not easy to get open sometimes. And this one does not want to give, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm not gonna repackage that. The most I might do is put it in the top of the team bag, just to keep this case from getting scratched up. I think I'll do that. That's about it. It's gonna stay in there for now until I can figure out a safe way to get that out of there without damaging that card. I'm not gonna bother with it right at the moment. Boom, snap, doop-a-doo-doo. Shaquille O'Neal, finest. Veteran, okay, center, all right. And then we got rookie finest, David Vaughan on the back. So that one's actually kind of cool card. You got a double-sided card. They did a couple of these like that. You got the veteran and then you got the rookie in the back. So go ahead and do the same thing with this. A lot of these top loaders are older. Been around a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. That's pretty cool, isn't it, huh? Yeah. So I think after this, I'll probably do a little short video and try to make this into a short and see if I can't get through these cards within a minute, so that way I can use the audio function on the eBay. But maximum metal, see that? Shaquille O'Neal maximum metal, die cut, 8 of 10. Now you can see this top loader's got some things in there going on. It's just been in there. It's been in some dust. Good thing is it's not sticking. It's not doing anything, so that's a good sign. Boom. Go ahead and put that in there. That die cut's clean. I like how clean that die cut is. Maximum middle. About to skip the step here. I'm down to one more left, so I think I'm gonna stop here. I've got plenty more to go, but I wanted to give you guys an idea of how I go through and I redo my cards, especially some of the older vintage ones. I always do it this way, because I'm big on protecting my cards. And I'm gonna do a quick flash through of some of the other cards I'm gonna be working on. So we got a Shaquille O'Neal metal, And a real treat here is you'll see this. This is a regular, like Shaquille O'Neal, like best shots, and it's see-through, right? Well, this is a refractor, see-through refractor on there. It was a refractor on there. I know it's hard to see it, but this is a see-through refractor. And then Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, allies. Trust me, in real life, they were not allies. If you know the story between these two, they didn't like to share. And we got Super Skills, SS, staff members only, top stadium club, center. That's kind of cool. And then an operations card. Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna post this. If you wouldn't mind, please follow, like, and follow and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, thank you.